The X1 was mine because the old man said, okay, it's your program, get with it. And the only reason he picked me was because I was trained in maintenance and I understood systems.
Before the jet age, before stealth fighters, before astronauts reached for the stars, there was Yeager.
He entered a rocket plane, the XS-1, and was dropped in midair. This was an historic achievement.
Spectacular flight was one of the greatest achievements since the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk.
Through the sound barrier, the first time ever in level flight.
General Yeager's exploits have made him one of America's most honored flyers of the century.
Captain Yeager flew the X-1 faster than the speed of sound in level flight. The date, October 14th, 1947.
A son of West Virginia, raised in the Great Depression, where hard work wasn't just a virtue, it was survival. Born in a town too small for dreams, Chuck Yeager fixed engines before he ever flew one. But when the world went to war, Yeager didn't just enlist. He chose to fight, starting not as a pilot, but as a mechanic.
I was raised in West Virginia, and they didn't have airports and airplanes back there, and I never flew in one until, I think it was January of '42. I changed an engine on my AT-11, and my engineering officer came down to test hop the airplane and said, get in, you're going with me, and that was my first ride in the airplane. I got sick, and I didn't think there's much future in it.
In 1942, with America thrust into war, the Air Force began searching for sharp eyes and steady hands. Yeager had both. Selected for flight school, he learned fast, mastering the P-39 era Cobra, a plane as unforgiving as the war itself. But Yeager brought something else, a mechanic's intuition. He didn't just fly his aircraft, he understood it. In 1943, Chuck Yeager was stationed in England, flying the P-51 Mustang, one of the deadliest fighters of the war. His mission? Escort bombers over Nazi-occupied Europe and take on the Luftwaffe head-on. His first combat mission would be a brutal initiation. A clash in the skies where instinct meant survival and every mistake had a body count.
Pilots of the U.S. 8th Air Force Fighter Command, they carry the sky war to the enemy by daylight. Extra belly tanks of fuel will carry them to the heart of Germany's war effort. Rendezvous in the clouds. Above the continent, they overtake American bombers and escort them to the target. The air offensive that is now reaching the Nazi war capital itself.
After strafing, our fighters climb back to rally point. With the first sight of Iwo, fuel gauges are down close to empty. But fighter spirits begin to rise.
Fighters, 3 o'clock low. Watch it.
About 3 hours out, Arge looks at his watch. He knows it's time for the fighter escort to turn back. Top turrets hunt the sky above in all directions. Now it comes. Every point on the dial.
Level. 2 more, 5. Watch it.
B-51s go out after them and know they're tangling with experts. The B-51's job is to protect the B-29s. But some of those Jap fighters filter through and meet the blast of bomber guns. The big bombers homeward bound. Our P-51s drop down for strafing runs, concentrating on definite objectives from here to the enemy coast.
Doors open.
On March 5, 1944, Yeager scored his first kill. A Messerschmitt Bf-109 fell from the sky under his guns. It was the first of many. Each mission honed his edge. Each victory a step toward legend. But the skies over Europe were merciless, and Yeager's greatest tests were still to come. But in war, survival is never guaranteed. Shot down behind enemy lines, hunted by the Nazis, Chuck Yeager's fight for survival was just beginning.
We were down south of Bordeaux and escorting B-24s, and some 190s jumped us, and I was tail end Charlie in a flight and broke into him. I made a head-on pass, and I got hit 20 millimeters, making a head-on pass. The thick armor-protected windshield saved my tail. A 20-millimeter hit it, and it crazed.
Next time on the Rise of Yeager, becoming an ace and the escape that defied the odds. Subscribe now so you don't miss out.